Welcome to SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports for Monday, November 11th, 2013. I'm Carlo Cato with the details. The president of the SVG Teachers Union has expressed disappointment at today's turnout for the 2013 Education Conference. In his address, Oswald Robinson told the teachers that they should be proud of the union's successes as the organization celebrates its 110th anniversary this year. However, Robinson says teachers must remember at all times that they have a fundamental role to play as change agents of society.
Impact on the lives of the students. And so we must be part of this discussion. Education is our business. It's important. All the research is showing that it is imperative that we raise our standard. We are not only talking about wages and salaries. We are having a constructive conversation in which we look critically at ourselves as educators.
Meanwhile, Chief Education Officer Luann Gilchrist told the educators that their learning, research, training, and education must not end after receiving a certificate, but the process must be ongoing.
Not sit on our laurels and say we have this degree or that degree. Our education must be practical. It must translate into actions. A certificate on the wall, laminated or framed, means nothing unless our practice is based on our training, on the theories which we have read. Some of us can quote Paulo Freire. We can quote all of the leaders in education, but if we do not practice, if our approach is not pragmatic, then we are not addressing the needs of the students, we're not addressing our national development needs.
The National Accreditation Board moves a step further today in ensuring that persons are not scammed by fake education institutions. This as the board, in collaboration with the Minister of Education, Gerlin Miguel, hosted the inaugural registration of tertiary institutions ceremony today at the NIS training room. Senior Education Officer Decima Hamilton said the ceremony marks the end of the Accreditation Awareness Campaign, which began on September 24th. A campaign which was driven by a number of troubling concerns reported to the unit and subsequently forwarded to the board for a resolution.
The National Accreditation Board has had to deliberate and to respond to many of these challenges. In my own sojourn here with the unit, which began in August 2011, I have had the opportunity to request and to obtain an audience with 13 of the establishments operating here. I have met with some of them on several occasions. Many of those with whom I met are still waiting to complete their processes. I therefore take this opportunity to welcome you to the session, which would serve to stimulate you in questioning and demanding answers of the academic powers of your choice, providers of your choice.
At today's ceremony, 16 local educators received certificates and are now recognized as CARICOM trained external evaluators. 5 academic institutions also received their registration status to operate here. A regional panel discussion, which will be broadcast live, is among a series of activities listed to commemorate CARICOM Energy Week 2013. The week was officially declared open yesterday in Trinidad and Tobago by CARICOM Chair and Prime Minister of the Twin Island Republic, Kamla Prasad-Bissassar. Here at home, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves delivered an address to mark the start of the local activities. He explained that CARICOM Energy Week was first established in 2011. He says that this year the occasion will be held under the theme, A Secured and Sustainable Energy Future Begins Now, and will run from November 10th to the 16th.
Overall aim of the CARICOM Energy Week is to build awareness among energy stakeholders, and in particular the general public in the CARICOM member states, on sustainable energy issues, matters relating to energy efficiency, renewable energy, clean energy, and the cheapest possible options. As you're probably aware, currently the CARICOM member states collectively import annually, every single year, in recent times, in the region of $9 billion in energy products. In this year, 2013, we are going to ensure that we give a lot of profiling to renewable energy and energy efficiency.
And Dr. Gonzalez says activities to mark Energy Week 2013 will continue in SVG tomorrow with school visits to the St. Vincent Grammar School and the Technical Division of the SVG Community College.
There is a radio program, Voices on WFM and NBC Radio, to be hosted by Jomo Thomas. There's a panel discussion there. On Thursday, there's going to be a mini expo at the cruise ship berth. The sponsors are the Energy Unit at the Office of the Prime Minister and the Chamber of Industry and Commerce of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On Friday the 15th, there'll be a lot of publicity in the newspapers. I've been advised that there will be a center spread on the subject of energy, renewable energy, energy efficiency, and the like. And on Saturday the 16th, there's an energy expedition and energy walk centered at Heritage Square. The energy exhibition will be there from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and there will be the energy walk.
Festivals such as Carnival can contribute immensely to the local, regional, and global economies. This was established by Dr. Joanne Tull of the University of the West Indies while delivering the keynote address at the 2013 Carnival Symposium on Saturday. Dr. Hull says the Carnival Symposium is very significant as it seeks to explore avenues for competitiveness as the nation strives to achieve greater sustainability in the very dynamic global landscape.
As we know, the global trends of intense competition amidst recessionary impacts continue, and the need for small developing regions such as ours to actively pursue industrial diversification that can engender competitiveness and contribute to a more sustainable path of development is really now very urgent. And I don't think it's something that we can turn our backs on. Various studies conducted across the world have shown for both developed and developing countries that festivals can contribute in this regard.
Dr. Tull adds that festivals have a way of transcending and impacting on societies and economies in a myriad of ways.
Not just in terms of, as my colleague said earlier, about just simply making others feel good, but certainly in terms of making a sustainable contribution to our development socioculturally, economically, as well as even from the standpoint of the development or the continued development of our cultural confidence, maintenance of our traditions. Festivals therefore appear to impact positively on their host countries across a spectrum of sectors, as you see there, tourism, across interests in terms of cultural retention and the showcasing of traditions, and activities, whether they be economic activities, socio-cultural activities.
Change in traditional diets, diminishing levels of physical activity, and population aging may be related to the increase in the incidence of diabetes here. That's according to Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, Clayton Bergen, while addressing the nation on the launch of activities to commemorate Diabetes Week under the theme Diabetes Education and Prevention. Bergen noted that diabetes is one of several non-communicable diseases that threaten to overwhelm the healthcare system in SVG, and it is emerging as a serious barrier to economic development.
Over the past 30 years, the global figures for the number of people living with diabetes have skyrocketed, with severe consequences for healthcare budgets worldwide, with St. Vincent and the Grenadines being no exception. The reports from the Health District in 2012 indicated that here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 1,587 persons were suffering from diabetes, a prevalence of 1.4%.
According to Bergen, reducing the incidence and impact of diabetes is one of the priority objectives of the Ministry of Health.
Committed and determined to protect our future generations from the crippling impact of diabetes. And we have demonstrated this commitment by providing diabetes education and screening services at all health centers, hosting a national stakeholders consultation for the development of non-communicable diseases policy in August of 2012, hosting 3 evaluation of the quality of diabetes care workshops in May 2012, developing a chronic care committee with emphasis on diabetes care, providing training for healthcare workers on foot care management, providing training for nurses in the management of diabetes, developing a draft non-communicable diseases policy, and conducting a risk factor survey.
Meanwhile, Bergen noted that activities for Diabetes Week will be held at all health centers throughout the country.
I am therefore extending an invitation to all citizens to visit the health facility nearest to you and also to be a part of this week. I especially would wish to extend a special invitation to you to attend the Cultural Health Fair at Heritage Square on Thursday, November the 14th.